T app. No, I'm just kidding. No T app here. Hey, everybody. If my eyes look haggard, I ain't bothering to try to hide nobody. I'm tired as hell right now.
Yeah.
Like I am whooped right now. So if it looked like I'm tired, it is. It is true. I am. I am on fumes right now, and my day ain't done yet, and I still got one more live to do. So
Good night. See, this is why your support is necessary, because this is not easy.
Man, look, if I didn't have to move pianos, I'd be happy, but I got to because bills demand it.
I mean, people don't understand, like, podcasting, it does take a drain on you after doing an hour
Different
show.
kind,
You're like,
different kind.
yeah, it's a different kind of drain. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's a little tiring. I'm a little spent afterwards.
It is tiring. Well, people, Jimmy Kimmel is no more. I'm just kidding. He's alive still, though.
Oh,
But not his career, though.
Aww.
Yeah, unfortunate, isn't it?
Oh, what?
Yeah, it's no longer thriving.
Man.
Yeah.
I just
was he ever?
When he was doing blackface, it was thriving. Yeah.
Yeah, when he did Charles Barkley. Yeah, I remember.
When he was, a misogynistic pig, it was thriving, wasn't it?
Yes,
Yeah, I
sniffing girls
remember.
behind and stuff on camera. Yeah.
Yeah, what was it called? The Dude Show?
Yeah, something like
The
that.
dude show. Yeah.
Yeah, the Dude Show.
I think they spelled douche wrong, but anyway.
I mean,
Hey, thank you, Desiree. I tried my best to handle that lady, and I'm going to be reacting tonight after this on Too Strong, that whole live. So we're playing it again in case y'all missed the debate. Anyway, it was
dumpster fire started by a poopy diaper.
Man, Hotep alert.
Oh,
good Lord, it was bad. Anyway, yeah,
Oh,
I had to
Jimmy.
leave. I didn't even lose my cool. I didn't. Everybody saw me. I was calm. I was cool. I was collect. I didn't even go TikTok on nobody, bro. You'd have been happy for me. You'd have been proud of me. You would have been proud of me. You'd have been in the back doing like, my nigga, look at him doing good. My nigga. That's what you would have done.
Hey, I
thought
probably
I
would
did
have
good.
too, because I know you. I'm like, ooh, Marlon, what? Who is this?
Yeah, I did pretty good. I didn't go off on her. Now tonight, different story. Tonight, I will be stating my actual thoughts about individual. So here we go. We're going to listen to what Jimmy said. Now, hear me. I'm going to state my case before this goes on. Whether or not his wording was, what's the best word? Insensitive or not. Hear me out. You work for somebody, and that person has the right, based on something they see, to fire you. The same thing with the whole cancel culture that they wanted people fired for being racist. We don't like it, but you know what? At the end of the day, every business has the right to fire or not fire somebody. So let's listen to what he said and see if it was worth, at minimum, taking him off air.
Can we also assert that the parent company of Jimmy Kimmel, they're an entertainment for profit company.
Money.
So we'll let that stick.
Yeah, you mess with the bottom line, they mess with your bottom line too. Fair exchange, no robbery. All right, Jimmy, tell us your real thoughts.
We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from.
Here's everything you need to know about the off-key monologue that got Jimmy Kimmel's show pulled indefinitely. The controversy began during Monday's show when the late-night comic started off by claiming that MAGA was using Charlie Kirk's assassination to score political points. But Kimmel didn't stop there. He went on to call out President Trump, who was scheduled to deliver a speech at Kirk's memorial service on Monday, for what he deemed to be an insufficient reaction to the murder.
In between the finger pointing, there was grieving. On Friday, the White House flew the flags at half staff, which got some criticism. But on a human level, you can see how hard the president is taking this.
My condolences on the loss of your friend Charlie Kirk. May I ask, sir, personally, how are you holding up over the last day and a half, sir?
I think very good. And by the way, right there, you see all the trucks? They've just started construction of the new ballroom for the White House, which is something they've been trying to get, as you know, for about 150 years. And it's going to be a beauty.
Yes. He's at the fourth stage of grief: construction, demolition, construction. This is not how an adult grieves the murder of someone he called a friend. This is how a 4-year-old mourns a goldfish, okay?
Kimmel then dumped.
Is that accurate? Anyone?
Well,
Just a
can we
question.
start with, is that supposed to be funny, first off? Because comedy show.
To him, obviously, yes.
And the laugh track audience, paid audience
Mhm.
as well.
It's hilarious. I think it's amazingly funny. What? Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And in terms
mean,
of accuracy, no.
I'm just here's my statement about it, right? When he actually made a statement about Charlie from his desk, he was doing too much. Hear me out. They said Trump was doing too much and Charlie wasn't a political figure. When he's asked about it and he doesn't address it, he doesn't care. So which one do you want him to do? React or not react? You see, he's not going to win either way because they are not looking for him to actually give any kind of a heartfelt anything. Because if he did give a heartfelt anything, he's sympathetic to a racist. He's crying over a racist. That makes sense because Trump's a racist too. He can't win either way. Okay.
Nope.
And he says he's holding up quite fine. Now go on to something else. Because here what the next question would have been, and I guarantee you if he had continued talking about it, this is what he would say. What do you have to say about all the racist comments he's made?
I mean, yeah.
I'm telling you, that's what would have happened.
No, you're right.
That's exactly what would have happened. Point blank. Anyway, continue, Jimmy.
Down, sharing that it wasn't the first time since Kirk's murder that Trump redirected a question about the Turning Point USA founder back to the White House ballroom.
And it didn't just happen once.
When I heard it, I was in the midst of, building a great, for 150 years, they've wanted a ballroom at the White House, right? They don't have a ballroom. They have to use tents on the lawn for President Xi when he comes over. If it rains, it's a wipeout. And so I was with the architects that would design. It's going to be incredible. And they came in, they said, Charlie Kirk is dead. I didn't know what they meant. I said, he was dead. Charlie Kirk was shot. And they thought he was dead because it was so horrific, And I said, dead.
You see what I told you? I proved it.
Yeah.
He finally is talking about it, and it's a shock to him. They laugh at the fact that it was a shock to him. So when he doesn't address it, he's an idiot. When he does address it, he's an idiot. So why should he give y'all fools any time of day? You moronic jackasses, why should he give you any kind of time of day? Really? I am so glad you lost your job, bro. I'm so stoked about it. Nobody thought you were funny. Nobody wants you on TV. Nobody gives a darn about anything you do. Like, you're the most worthless character on TV. And Scooby-Doo existed, and they had bad guys on it that didn't know they were bad guys. You are the most worthless caricature of a human being ever. Point blank period, bro. You are a racist from day one by blackfacing. You are a sexist and a misogynist when you start sniffing people's behinds in public. You're a sicko. And your children are going to be worse off with you home because you are going to teach them the same crap that you grew up doing. You see how we can turn the tables too? Gloves are off for everybody in case you don't realize this now, Jimmy. Anybody give a damn about you or your offspring and how they work? We don't give a damn anymore, bro. We don't care. You are going to teach them to have abortions anyway, so what's the difference? Y'all are crazy people. Y'all are real crazy people. Some odd ducks.
See, my question is, why are we supposed to care about Jimmy Kimmel getting fired from his low-level
appointment?
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you why we should.
Because this because what I'm hearing all over the hyena networks, that this was an infringement of Jimmy Kimmel's freedom of speech to be on air.
Okay, and
I mean, I'm just
okay, good. We're glad it's an infringement of his freedom of speech. We're glad. When we were saying that Fauci lied, that was we all stopped us from saying that. That was an infringement. When we said the jab was BS, we were infringed on for our speech then too. Remember that? No, y'all don't remember that? When we were saying that the Ukraine war is a hoax, we were silenced for that too. We couldn't say nothing about Obama without getting silenced. What are you talking about? You think we care that this fool is now silenced? No. We will cheer, applaud, laugh, all of that. Look, we have no problem laughing at his demise. None. Like, really don't. I don't even have an ounce of remorse for saying that. He has enough money. I remember, you guys are against billionaires. We don't want him getting any richer. If he got any richer, he'd be a billionaire, and then we'd have to tax him. We don't want to do that to Jimmy.
Yeah.
It's better off if Jimmy remains poor. If Jimmy becomes poor, then Jimmy can finally be one of the people that he speaks for, right? No? Oh, y'all
I
don't
mean,
want him? Okay. Weird. You're odd indeed.
It's almost like cognitive dissonance and confirmation bias exists in one person. That's entirely everybody that's on the left.
Right? Left, right?
Like,
right.
I don't know how you can live like that.
Well, you know, I don't think they do. I don't think what they do is called living, though, Jay. I have a suspicion it's not living.
Well, it can't be. It's more than existing.
No, it's definitely existing. That's the most they do is exist.
I guess.
We installed the most beautiful chandelier. Sconces you wouldn't believe. There's something wrong with them. There really is. I mean,
The backlash to Kimmel's monologue was swift, including from the Federal Communications Commission chair, Brendan Carr.
Good.
The President Trump appointee blasted Kimmel's remarks and urged affiliates to preempt his program during an interview with conservative podcaster Benny Johnson. Change needs to happen on Kimmel, Carr said.
There you go.
Nexstar Communications, which operates 23 ABC affiliates, announced it would no longer carry the program due to Kimmel's remarks. Hours later, ABC took Carr's words and Nexstar's actions to heart and canceled the show indefinitely. Sinclair Broadcasting took things even further, announcing that the suspension wasn't enough and vowing to yank Jimmy Kimmel Live from its stations until the host apologizes directly to Charlie Kirk's family and donates to his political activist group.
Dang.
The company also demanded that formal discussions are held with ABC regarding the network's commitment to professionalism and accountability. Kimmel's removal has sparked fierce debate, with critics accusing ABC and its parent company Disney of bowing to political pressure, as President Donald Trump cheered the suspension.
What?
All this as the dominoes continue to fall, and true extent of the fallout has yet to be seen.
Now, see, my question though is that because Disney's the parent company, and over the course of the last 5-6 years or so, Disney's been hemorrhaging money.
Yep.
And with Jimmy Kimmel also part of that hemorrhaging. Now remember, Disney's woke. So what do you make of this then? Because Disney's woke, Kimmel is white, woke. And yet Disney's saying, bye, Jimmy. We can't really tolerate this.
Listen, you have to remember Disney, right? Disney has been hemorrhaging money for a while now.
Yes.
Okay. They can't make ends meet with movies, and they definitely can't make ends meet with even Disney Plus, because they put stuff on Disney Plus and people don't purchase. And the people who purchase the most are people on the right.
Mm-hmm.
The people that are pro-capitalism are the ones that will purchase the most things from capitalists. Mm-hmm. Whether Disney wants to admit it or not, they're not a communist group yet. They are now a capitalist group because they want money. If Jimmy and his statements, and now they're looking around, right? Look at how much backlash people get just for the mention negatively about Kirk, whether you believe it's right or wrong. Forget that for a minute of it being right or wrong. This is a matter of what a business chooses to do.
Right.
Now, you saw people losing money, losing affiliations, losing stuff, and you have one of the big mouths saying something sideways.
Mm-hmm.
And now you have a mad backlash coming to you. I'm not making you cost me cash, bro. We ain't doing that. We done. We taking you off. As woke as we are, we ain't that woke.
Right.
We ain't.
I mean, you heard the village idiots from Wakanda, all the leftists. They're talking about canceling their Disney subscriptions, boycotting Disney, and all this stuff. You know the same stuff they shamed us for when it came to Target and all these woke companies that we boycotted. They're talking about doing the same thing to Disney, but
They should.
for a
Yeah.
more disgusting reason. You want to boycott a company for firing a guy that made fun of the death of another guy who was killed live on camera. Since we're getting rid of him, you guys are upset about that. That just goes to show you that they're a bunch of mental midgets, and wokeism needs to just vanish forever.
Look, I'm all for them canceling their membership, but let's be honest, right? Most of these people, more than likely, are using their mom's account. They can't cancel nothing. They're using their friends, their neighbor Netflix account, and they don't have a thing to their name. Most of these people are not paying for their own subscriptions. Okay,
That's true.
let's just be honest about that. I think we can stop playing the charade and the game and act like they're actually doing. They're not. Like, okay, they don't have anything. Now, y'all forget too. These people had no problem in 2022 when it was Trump getting silenced.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Left-wing Twitter begs vote no on reinstating Trump. 9.8 million Twitter users weigh in. Huh. So you mean that you guys were okay, freedom of speech that is, for Trump to be taken off, the president, but Jimmy Kimmel, that's a bridge too far.
Yeah, I mean, look at social media. Look at TikTok. They were okay doxing and getting people fired from their jobs for being anti-vaxxers and anti-COVID.
Not even anti, questioning the vaccine.
Yeah, questioning it, and they were okay with calling people's jobs, getting them fired. They were okay with that because people were using their what? Freedom of speech.
Freedom of speech.
To voice their opinion on the jibbity jabbity jabs, the jab-a-doom, whatever you want to call it. They were praising that, but this guy, Jimmy Kimmel of all people, they're ready to go to war over this guy. And he didn't even lose his life over freedom of speech. He just lost his job.
Yeah. Like so many are using their freedom of speech, and then all of a sudden they're employers who don't really want to be associated with somebody who celebrates the murder and assassination of an innocent guy. I think companies are sitting there going, that's going to be a bad look on us. So,
yeah.
Bye.
Too much. Our wokeism only goes here, but that wokeism was way up here. We just can't do that much wokeism.
I had a thought about the whole comparison between him and George, right, Mr. Floyd. And I'm going to pose this question to everybody here, and y'all can tell me if I'm high. This is my crazy check. In the situation with George, whether we believe it was murder or accidental or fentanyl or whatever, let's put that cause aside for just a second. Could death result from the interaction that was happening between George Floyd and police officers? Was there a high percentage chance that possibly something untoward could happen in the George Floyd situation? Yes or no?
Yes, I believe.
Okay. What are the odds of something going that awry in the Charlie Kirk debate situation? Yes or no? Was there something that you could have said, I could see death happening there like that, in that situation with a bullet coming out of somewhere and hitting somebody? Could you see something like that happening at the debate?
No.
So right there is the biggest difference between Charlie Kirk and George Floyd. One was an interaction because of a possible criminal activity. The other was conversation. If you are a moron trying to mix the two, something is definitely off about your comparison scale. Whether you think George was guilty or not, the activities that his situation was could indeed have brought some way, shape, or form, at minimum damage, at maximum death. There was no chance of that happening between a cordial debate between two people. The situation's completely different. Stop trying to compare the two just because you think white and black Is that's the only kind of way you can do any comparison, because your brain cells don't rub close enough together to make a sparking thought. That's on you. That's not on us. So stop with the comparison. It's not the same thing. And it's not a matter of guilt or innocence for George. It's a matter of locational issues that happen. One was an interaction between police and a man. One was just this dude sitting down under a tent in an open air place talking to somebody.
Holding a microphone.
Holding a microphone.
Mm-hmm.
The pen is mightier than the sword, I guess.
Definitely is.
Because, again, Jimmy isn't the only one. Then we have these people. Ugh.
There is nothing I can do now. I am targeted in a witch hunt.
Did I realize that what I was saying in that video was going to lead to this?
And they're making an example of me. They're doxing me.
I was fired on Friday. Apparently I was doxxed.
All I did was say some words.
You can't just fire somebody for political purposes.
You can't?
Would be that malicious to do that to me, and I think it's somebody that works in the office.
I will tell them. Now, as say you guys own the business, apolitical, you really don't talk about politics at your business. But you saw this happen to this man. And you had employees, and you're apolitical, but you had employees praising about it. Would you fire them, even though you're not even a political person? It's the morality of it, right?
Yep.
The human decency behind it.
Yeah. That's what they don't understand. They automatically think it's a MAGA Trump thing, political thing, and it's not.
Right.
You know what I like the most about this whole situation with them is how really, really upset they are. I mean, they are mad, crying like you wouldn't believe, man. And then they really believe that what they are feeling should be felt by you.
Yep.
That part
you have no
right there.
to feel bad for them.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so why should I feel bad? That's my biggest question. On what planet should I take what I'm feeling and apply it to you in the term of sadness? Why? If you had the balls to say what you were going to say, and that you can say it with your chest and all that stuff, why would I feel bad for you when you chose to do it?
Yeah, and these are the same people who scream empathy. They want empathy for what happened to them, but yet they didn't have any for what happened to someone else.
Wait a minute. It's kind of fitting that you say that, because then I referred to Charlie's quote of empathy is I hate the word empathy. It's this new age term. I'd rather choose sympathy.
Yeah.
And even then, I don't really feel sympathetic, to be honest.
Yeah.
I can't. I can't.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all, they were the same ones that laughed about you getting your job costed for you because you wouldn't. If you weren't going to push the trans idea, you got fired. If you weren't going to push the LGBTQ, you got fired. If you weren't going to teach DEI, you got fired. If you weren't going to teach anything CRT, you got fired.
Yeah.
Y'all should, like, you literally have no footing whatsoever to stand on, not a leg in this game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know how you think that this could possibly work out in your favor. As to why you think we should be like, oh yeah, you know what? Y'all are right. Y'all are right, man. That makes sense. We're going to continue this, but I'm going to use the upgraded version here. And the upgraded sound version, so it's louder.
I was fired on Friday. Apparently I was doxxed.
All I did was say some words.
You can't just fire somebody for political purposes.
That somebody would be that malicious to do that to me.
To do that to you? En contraire, mon frère. We believe you do this to yourself. Yes.
Yeah,
you know, I'm thinking that all these people that said all this horrible stuff about Charlie Kirk's assassination really didn't mean what they were saying. Some of them may have, but I think a lot of them were living in a social media era of being edgy, clickbait, trying to be this cool, I want to be in, so I'm doing what's trending crowd. So a lot of these people probably they did it because it was trendy and it was cool amongst their followers, and they just did it for likes and clicks and all this stuff, and wound up losing their job over some social media likes.
Hey, look, you can't teach personal responsibility. Apparently, I mean, you can if you have kids, but these crocodile tears, I don't buy them.
That's what I think.
I don't buy it.
And I think it's somebody that works in the office.
This is day one of unemployment.
I don't understand why this man is regarded as like a fucking god. That baffles me.
What did I do other than say something that hurt your feelings?
I agree. Look, man, I couldn't agree more. What? Applaud. Look. Well said, Orange Crush. Well said. well said.
Rainbow
Not Orange
so
Crush.
Well said. Well said. Lean. Anyway, so hear me out. If I say to you, you're not a man, you're a woman, shut up and go make me a sandwich. Or if I say to you, you're not a woman, you're a man, get out of women's sports. What's the big deal? All I did was use words and it hurt your feelings.
Yeah.
Don't get me fired because I think men should be staying men and stay out of women's sports.
I mean, that's literally the apples to apples comparison.
I mean, it's just feelings, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Come on. It's just feelings, right? So cool. I am glad. I am so glad that y'all finally look. Sometimes, and I keep telling people this, I'm a 2x4 guy. Okay, what I mean by 2x4 guy? This is it. Sometimes people learn lessons from gentle nudges. I wasn't that kid. I was the kid that had to learn the hard way every time. 2x4. I'm just glad to see that some of these people finally got a 2x4, and now they know. Now they know. See how easy that was.
And see, here's the thing, everybody in the chat. You can't blame the Savage Patriots for trying to find common ground here.
Yeah. I agree.
We are friendly people here.
I agree.
We care. We
do.
Savage Patriots care. Black power. Anyway, so let's hear what the rest of them say.
Because they just have such different political beliefs from me.
Oh no.
So heartbreaking.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Okay. I don't know what to say, man, because I watched conservatives go through this same thing, man, for years. Ever since that COVID stuff started, docs fired, losing their job, all this stuff happening to them, and they were laughing at them. They were proud of it. They were making videos mocking these people losing everything. So I don't know what to tell them.
Oh, you know what to tell them. Kick rocks.
Yeah.
Kick many multiple amounts of stones barefooted, please.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
just do it barefooted. That's all we want you to
Look,
do.
I'll tell you this right now. If I was in that situation, I damn sure wouldn't be on social media crying in front of the camera making a video. I'd be on Indeed.
Exactly.
that same day,
Yeah.
looking for another job. What they're doing, they're looking for sympathy for the grift. It's the grift. Hey man, here's my GoPro, here's my GoFundMe, and please send me money because I got it. It's a grift. You know, a normal person, somebody with some responsibility, is gonna first thing first. I'm gonna start looking for another job.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna cry on camera for these people and let them know what happened. You know why you got fired. Tell the truth.
It's a beautiful thing. In
Karma.
my book.
Karma came and punched you right in the stomach.
I mean, at this point, I'm split between the feeling of Schadenfreude and sympathy. I don't know how to reconcile this feeling.
Yeah.
Because I am taking extremely great bouts of pleasure in seeing all these tears of people just losing their minds, and yet they can't recall 4 or 5 years ago. But then at the same time, it's just like, I have kind of sort of been where y'all are at, being jobless, and so I kind of understand. But then again, I didn't say anything salacious on the internet to get fired, so it's like I can't relate.
Yeah.
So I'm feeling more Schadenfreude than I am sympathy. Just saying.
Now, mind you, this whole idea of being canceled for your job and all that stuff comes on the cusp of many other things, including the cancellation, because the show is called Canceled, the cancellation of the free reign of Antifa. Right? In case y'all missed it, in case you guys missed what President Trump done gone and said he gonna do, Trump has designated Antifa a terrorist group.
Marlon, let's get their name right. Trantifa.
There it is.
Okay.
Yes.
President Donald Trump has identified Antifa as a major terrorist organization and said anyone funding the movement would be investigated, prompting a terrorist analyst to warn that Trump is setting the stage to designate any American as a terrorist. Untrue, Newsweek, but you guys are trash politically anyway. No, that's not the case. Antifa is indeed a terroristic group because they wear masks and they go around punching people they don't like.
That's right.
They set fires to things. They shoot people. They're responsible for at least 15 deaths since 2020. They are indeed a terrorist group. I don't know how else to tell you this, but if you looked at 2020, there were at least 4 people that died because of Antifa. David Dorn, a black man,
that's right,
was shot. Not a soul was held responsible for that. Oddly enough, it was Antifa. And guess what they are? White mostly. And
suburbanite.
White. And Charlie Kirk was against them. So in case people think he didn't talk about white folk, he always called out Antifa.
Yep.
There you go.
Modern day brown shirts.
Man.
Basically.
The announcement of the terrorist designation for Antifa movement comes amid heated debate over the motive of the September 10th killing of a conservative commentator, Charlie Kirk, at a Utah university in Orem, Utah, which the president blamed on fanatical leftists. Factually true.
Yep.
FYI. Factually true. Now, one such person that I think we didn't do our show yet on the Krastensteins, have we? That one's still pending, isn't it?
No, those little Oompa Loompas, and we've talked about them before.
But did we do our most recent one that we were going to do?
No, because that was the episode about
them and the cartels.
Yeah, it was with cartels and something else. It was kind of tying all in.
Yeah, and we didn't do it. Yeah. And so this is the Krastenstein guy here, Brian. Now this is how again, these are people that consider themselves brains, smart, intelligente. Please understand what they consider themselves. You just heard that Trump designated Antifa as a terrorist group. And you, in your wisdom, put I am Antifa. Now, once you put that, it doesn't matter what you put after it to explain it there, Brian. I'm going to tell you, you've been raided before, right? Expect another one. I hope they raid you again. And I hope not only do they raid you, but they find any kind of communistic material in your house that they throw you in a cell and leave you there to rot. That's what I hope. And I should put you under there with treasonous acts. That's it. No violence, just treasonous acts, and put you in prison to serve a minimum of life.
You know what else they should do? They should take him, Hassan, and Destiny and make him into a human centipede.
Oh, man, what? Well, they already...
For the rest of their life.
But the thing is, it wouldn't be coming out the back end. Their crap comes out their mouth. So it'd be going out the mouth and into the butt, then out the mouth, and then so they're throwing poop up because that's what they talk about. Yeah, they'd have to do a circle. It'd be a human ring.
Oh gosh, ew, jeez.
It'd be a human ring. So his explanation, meaning I am against fascism. Of course, he couldn't tell you what fascism is because he doesn't know what fascism means.
These people never do.
Yeah, well, they'll go off the new definition. So whenever you throw out the correct definition, they always go with the new and revised definition.
Well, it's not even that. Like even if they do new definition, I was in a live earlier today where some broad sat there and said, "Well, the definition of fascism is that it's a conservative organization that promotes racism and homophobia." And I'm just like, wait a minute, that's not the dictionary definition, lady. And she's like, well, that's what I think the definition is. I'm like,
oh my God.
So let's take a look and see what exactly fascism is. Okay. I'm just going to read a definition here. The definition. In fact, we're going to go with Merriam's first. Okay. This is the dictionary, Webster. Okay. Often fascism, a populist political philosophy, movement, or regime, such as that of the fascista, that exalts nation and often race above the individual. Has Trump done that yet?
No, I mean,
the nation, yes, but race? Okay.
No, not race. Just
okay.
the nation.
That is associated with the centralized autocratic government headed by a dictatorial leader. Is Trump a dictator?
No.
Oh, he still has to answer to the branches of government, including judges, right?
Oh. Yes.
Huh. Okay. And that is characterized by a severe economic and social regimentation and by forcible suppression of opposition. Has he done that? I mean, I checked the news lately, and the news talks about him negatively all the time, and he can't stop that. There are nation states everywhere that keep talking about him negative. He hasn't stopped that. So he's not very good at being a fascist. I'll tell you that. He sucks at being a fascist. All Americans should be. Antifa is not an organization. So why are you upset then? Hear me out. If it's not an organization and he branded the organization as a terrorist group, you have nothing to worry about. So what do you mean? Why are you concerned? Do these people read before they post?
No.
Like, honestly. Come on now. Anyway, let's see what the rest of it says. Domestic groups also cannot formally... Oh, whoa, wait, what? Hold on. Okay, I'm so lost. Let me get this right. Antifa is not an organization, which would also be a group, right?
Yes.
Okay. Domestic groups also cannot be formally designated as terrorist organizations under U.S. law. So,
is it a group or not?
Anyway, Trump did not have legal authority to unilaterally designate Antifa as a terrorist organization. So, is it an organization or group?
So wait, so Brian says it's not a group.
Yeah.
But he also said that groups cannot be formally designated as a terrorist group.
Right.
So Trump doesn't have legal authority to designate
not a group? Non-group, groupie?
If they're not a group, what are they then?
Not group.
I mean, if they're not designated as a group, as leftists always say, Antifa's just, I don't know what they're a bunch of people just that are.
It's a movement.
Fascism. It's a movement, but it's a bunch of you guys in a movement. So, and you're all dressed the same. You all wear the same mask. You have flags. You have web pages. You have charters. So what would that be? A group? Would it be a group?
I mean, yeah.
As for whether the president can or cannot designate a domestic group, let me explain something about the word domestic. There's a thing called, what's that term? Domestic tea. What's
that?
Domestic terrorists. Hold on. Domestic, right? I'm pretty sure that you being a domestic group does not obscure you from the fact that you can indeed be a terroristic group, and then you can be designated as such. There is no federal law that says he can, but there is no federal law that says he can't.
Yep.
Because a group can move from something domestic to terroristic very quickly.
That's true.
Right. And secondarily, Antifa is indeed a group, and it is not just domestic because it takes foreign funds.
Mm-hmm.
One person in particular whose funds they've taken.
George.
What's that guy's? Georgie.
George Soros.
George.
Now, where did
Georgie.
Antifa originate from? Because they're saying it's not a group. Now, Antifa originated where? In Germany, correct? They were a group of individuals. They just took that same name, the same charter, and they just expanded it. It's not only in America. Don't everybody get it twisted. America's just the most talked about. But they're all over the world. But it started in Germany around World War II-ish, I believe.
Literally calling themselves antifascista.
Yep.
But Russia.
It's been around. So they are a group.
Yeah.
They are a group.
Hold on. Let me explain it to you here. Okay. Let's see what Wikipedia says, since that's mostly left. Antifa is a left-wing, anti-fascist, and anti-racist political movement in the United States. It consists of a highly decentralized array of autonomous groups.
Wait. But
so they're groups that aren't part of a group. What would they be called?
Just pockets of groups.
What would they be called?
Listen, a bunch of groups that work to the same means is called a conglomeration.
Okay.
Okay, that's a conglomeration.
Which is synonymous with
a group.
Oh man, these people. Oh god.
Oh lordy. Whoa.
All that to say, Brian Krasenstein, you are retarded.
Wowee.
Oh
man.
You know, I've had a run-in with Antifa back in my rally days. I did a bunch of free speech rallies in Texas. You know, that's where Terrence Williams, Joe Big, that's when all these Outlaw Morgan, that's when all these guys are like coming up. So we had this rally in Austin. It's free speech rally. Man, Antifa showed up, and then there was thousands of them out there. And we were on the stage. You know, we were up there just hanging out on the stage. Freaking state troopers were out there. Antifa was screaming death threats, doing all types of stuff. And they were claiming Antifa. And we called them out as Antifa. And they didn't deny it. We said, you're a group of, weirdos. Yeah, real story. I got to find the video. I have the video somewhere, and I'll find it.
Oh, yes.
Me out there in the middle of Antifa mocking them. I was mocking them in the middle of their group with my GoPro like this. I ain't scared of no dang Antifa. Let's get it on. Clowns, dude.
Sound.
The simple mindset that these people have is one that I think a certain individual really did a good job of describing. If you're not familiar with Ron White,
oh yeah,
you will be familiar with Ron White after this. And this is a description of the people on the left. Okay? Fair use, YouTube. Fair use, please.
If your eyes go bad, you can have LASIK surgery and they can give you 20/20 vision at any age. If your hearing starts to fail, they could put a device in your ear that'll make you able to hear as good as you could the day you were born. But let me tell you, folks, you can't fix stupid.
He's not wrong.
You can't.
I'm gonna clip that last part. Let me tell you something, folks. You can't fix stupid. We're gonna use that one consistently from here on out. You can't fix stupid. You just can't. And that is factual statements right there from the man himself. You can't fix stupid. People like Grassenstein, they're idiots because they don't understand the language that they speak. Attempt to speak. English isn't something that they're known for understanding. And the mere fact that we have to go to their own description that they put out on the internet to prove it to them should tell you everything. Here's the rest of the description, by the way. Groups that use non-violent direct action.
Wait.
Listen, no. It gets much better. Listen to. I'm not making this. You know what? In fact, I don't want nobody calling me a liar. I don't want nobody calling me a liar. I'm not a lawyer. I'm a lawyer. I'm not a liar. Okay? Seen it right here. Watch this. It consists of a highly decentralized array of autonomous groups that use non-violent direct action or violence to achieve their aims.
Wait, which is it?
Both. Antifa political activism includes non-violent methods such as poster and flyer campaigns, mutual aid speeches, protest marches, and community organization. Some who identify Antifa also use tactics involving digital activism, doxing, harassment, physical violence, and property damage. Terroristic in your own damn definition, you moron! You flaming retard! In your own definition, you're telling people you love violence, bro. What are you talking? These people are crazy. And when we said that you guys burnt down an entire city, we never do that. In your own description, you say property damage is natural. Supporters of the movement aim to combat far-right extremists, including neo-Nazis and white supremacists.
That's such a broad statement, neo-Nazis and white supremacists. You know, it's just pretty much anyone who doesn't agree with them is a white supremacist, including black people, including Asians. If you align with the right, you are a white supremacist.
Bro, look.
I don't get that.
I'm reading it, and I still can't understand how they can try to convince people that they're not a terrorist organization. If you're admitting, mind you, admitting that violence, physical harm, doxing, which is illegal, harassment, illegal,
property
all
damage.
of those tactics, you are known to use them. I have bad news for you. You can indeed be designated a terrorist organization. So hear me out, Mr. Krastenstein. If I were you, I'd probably take down your designation of yourself as Antifa, or you know what, better yet, double down. I'm sorry. What I meant to say was double down, triple down, quadruple down, please, and make sure you take pictures with the hammer and the sickle and do it all. Because I cannot wait for you to be removed from every platform and humanity as a whole and be placed behind. I can't wait for you and your twin brother for that to happen to y'all. No, I don't want you reformed because you're not going to be any good to anybody reformed because your mind is gone.
Yep.
It's
gone.
gone.
Can you pull up the definition of terrorism? Because everything
Yes,
you read
sir.
prior, when you look at the definition of terrorism, trying to achieve a goal by means of an X, Y, Z, something about political means is in there.
Terrorism.
Sure
Okay, we're going to go back to the left's definition book, which is, Wikipedia. We got to stick to Wikipedia, people. If you want something described, Wikipedia it. Hear me out. Terrorism is, in its broadest sense, is the use of violence against a non-combative to achieve political or ideological aims. Didn't they just admit to all that in their description?
Yeah.
Oh, The term is used in this regard primarily to refer to international violence during peacetime or in the context of war against non-combatants. There are various types of definitions of terrorism with no universal agreement about it. Different definitions of terrorism emphasize its randomness, its aim to instill fear, and its broader impact beyond its immediate victims. Modern terrorism, evolving from earlier iterations, employs various tactics to pursue political goals, often leveraging fear as a strategic tool to influence decision makers by targeting densely populated public areas such as transportation hubs, airports, shopping centers, tourist attractions, nightlife venues. Terrorists aim to instill widespread insecurity, prompting policy change through psychological manipulation and undermining confidence in security.
I mean,
sounds like Antifa. Transtifa. Can't hear you.
You know, I often wonder about people, and this is what I wonder about people. Do they think?
Nope.
I mean, words have meaning. You can find a definition for things. I don't know why people stay uneducated. I don't know why. I don't know why they stay uneducated, but people choose to stay uneducated. This will happen. In any case, listen to me, people. Antifa is indeed a group, and I'm glad they got designated as a terroristic group, and I'm glad that they will be hunted down, and I do hope they get hunted down because they've killed the people. And just like with any good killer, you need to be found, and if you don't want to come peacefully, we should have the right to absolutely string you up like a deer in deer season. Have no issue with it whatsoever. You're a murderer, so you should be, by all means, be ready to be also ended like that.
Yeah.
I don't see there's any problem with that. He who sheds blood, by man shall his blood be shed. I can even use bare Bible to make that happen. So hear me out, Antifa. After what y'all promoted to have done to Charlie Kirk and succeeded to get done by the hands of one of your own,
basically,
understand that you picked the wrong one. If you had taken anybody else, you wouldn't be getting this kind of backlash. You picked the wrong, and when I say the wrong one, the absolute wrong one, especially when it comes to Trump. He was close enough to the dude that, understand this, Trump already don't like y'all. Okay, let's just keep a buck. If we say that Trump a fascist, racist, okay, cool. Let's say he's all of those things. Okay, let's just say he is. He already don't like y'all. Like he hates y'all with a passion. He hate you, right? And you decide the best thing to do is to do something akin to Taken, and don't expect dude to go Liam Neeson on you. I don't know how y'all this stupid, but welcome to Taken. I'm glad he gonna make that phone call. I have a certain set of skills. I will find you, and I will kill you. I got no problem with him going Taken on y'all. Like, no, he gonna find every last one of you. I'm telling you now. He's gonna hunt y'all down, just like y'all deserve to be, like the pigs and scumbags you are. Yep. I hope he finds every last one of you where you live. I hope he finds where you work, and I hope you get fired, and I hope you get brought to absolute justice to the point where even if that means you try to run, you get popped.
Yep.
And I mean Christmas tree popped. Why? Because you're a vile individuals. Yep. And your whole goal is violence, death. And you know what you should deserve? The exact same thing that you visit on people. That's what y'all thought about Kirk, right? Cool. I'm thinking the same thing about y'all, except I have proof that y'all do it.
I mean, it's not that hard to find.
Nope. No. All I'm saying is this, right? Y'all say Trump is this, and y'all say, I've never seen a group of people this stupid. Like me saying, you know, there's a dog on that other side of the fence, and that dog is a 400-pound dog, and it's like Cerberus. It's got 3 heads, and it's always drooling, and it's a violent dog. That dog is evil. And then you, hear me out, you go to that fence watched the dog, told me about the dog, go into the yard and throw stones at the dog right in front of his face.
Yep.
And then when the dog break that chain and tear you up cat dog raggedy, you screaming at me saying, help, help, help me, hurt me. I'll be like, nigga, I didn't tell you to go across the fence. You told me about the dangers of that dog. I listened to you. I said, I stay away from the dog. You take your ignorant behind and go over the fence and then aggravate the dog. Then complain that the dog do what you say it would have done. You stupid.
And this Trump going after Antifa isn't something new. Trump's always talked about Antifa.
Always.
He's always had a problem with Antifa, but it's gotten to the point to where, you know, people are really tired of these clowns. And first they need to chop the head off the snake, and we know who that is. Once they chop the head off the snake, you got to chop the funding. We know they're getting funding. You need to figure out who's funding them and who's funneling that money to them in each city, each county. You need to start going after those people too, because the people that are funding them need to be taken out also.
Period. Period. Hey, look again. Y'all might think we're espousing violence. If that's what you feel, don't give a damn if that's what you think. That's what you think. I ain't about to try and change your mind. Believe as you will. I'm going to keep saying what I'm about to say. If you guys really believed what you say, you would not be kicking the animal that you call us. You would not be. If you really thought we were this vile, this evil, this wicked, this despicable, you know what? You would never take the chance to upset that monster. But you really know that we're not going to do much because we're not that kind of people. If you notice, one of our own that had no violence in him got ended. We didn't go and burn nothing. We didn't go and kill nobody. We didn't go and even find the dude that they were looking for to go and end his life. We never did that. Not a rogue one of us. Even the ones with mad amounts of guns. Not one of us want to find that dude and end him and his family life. We didn't do that. We didn't go to the town of Utah and start burning the stuff down. We didn't go to the school and start, demolishing the school.
Right.
I wonder why a fascist group didn't do that.
Yep.
We're not the same. We're not.
And you know how they're fascists, even at the vigils and the memorials and all this stuff. They were still out there causing a ruckus. They were up there destroying the memorial. They were out there just causing problems at a time of mourning for people here where I live, where he's from. They were out there acting a fool. So who are the fascists? You know, these people sit up there because they got anti in front of it. That means they're anti-fascist. No, you just put that in front to fool people. But we know you guys are the true fascists. But you're all about to be exposed. And I hope they get those Reddit threads. I hope they get those Discords. I hope they get all these sites that you guys like to hide behind, and they plaster your name and face all over the TV. Just a whole day of it. Freaking Willie Lump lives in Washington and Seattle, and he's part of Trans-Tifa, and he burnt down a liquor store in 2020. You know, that type of stuff. Just throw them out there. School teachers, anybody involved, boom, face up there for everybody to see.
I got no problem. Gloves are off, and it's not even for us. Not even Savage. Our gloves have never been on. We've always been bare knuckle fighting since the day we came on the screen. However, y'all have talked about Trump and the Republican Party as though there's something that they're just evil. Yep. And then you go and create the monster. Okay, you created it. Understand this. I will have nothing to say from here on out. I have no critique about what Trump does with y'all. Nothing. In fact, you could be one of the innocent ones in Antifa. Hear me clear, and I mean clearly. If you associate with Antifa and you've never done anything violent, you're stupid to be associated with them, and anything you get, you get.
Yep.
I'm not even gonna feel bad for you. You could be out in the street just saying peacefully protest, and they come with some high pressure hoses that can rip off fingertips, and I hope they blast you with it. I do. I hope the entire military shows up to blast you with high pressure water hoses. Breaking bones, ripping skin. I really don't give a damn what happens to y'all. You know why? Because y'all don't give a damn what happens to us.
Right.
I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I really have no concern for the devil. You think I care about the devil? What happened to the devil? No, y'all all are the devil. You've sold your soul out to Satan a long time ago. And since you want to do his bidding and welcome the same exact punishment he deserves. I ain't gonna feel bad for you. Not a lick am I gonna feel bad for you. You white, you black, you Asian. I don't give a damn. If you are associated with Antifa, I hope you get exactly what's coming to you. Tenfold. And I hope the government doubles down, triples down, militarizes everything to find you. Like they did Osama, come after you that way.
And it's not hard.
Period.
Not hard at all. Because the thing with these guys, a lot of them are young. You know, millennials, Gen Zers, some boomers. I mean, yeah, there's people from every generation in there. But they love this. They love using Reddit. They love using all these chat rooms and all this to talk all their toxic poison, talk. And they did it with Charlie Kirk, and they try to go back and delete it, but they can't delete it. It's there forever. So they're going to find them. They're going to find all this anti-American under the guise of anti-fascist. They're going to find them. And one by one, you guys are going to get what you dished out, and be prepared for it, because it's not going to be pretty.
I'll be here like this.
But we're anti-fascist. We were. And then you ask them, who's fascist? Who is fascist?
I'll be like, I am too. Yeah, I'm totally that too. Yeah, totally anti-fascist. And I see you as that. So
dictator.
Now, I will say though, right? Because I'm hearing, because we have our position about how we're not backing down and we're not going to tone down the rhetoric. I do want to urge people on the right to stop pansy footing and using the whole "it happens on both sides" argument, because it doesn't. So people on the right, can I just tell you, stop it? By you pansy footing around and giving them the out of saying, well, it happens on both sides. No, it does not.
No, it doesn't.
Stop it. You guys are smarter than this, or at least I hope you are.
Don't be doing that.
Don't, because now you give them a hall pass to do whatever it is they want, and you don't get to do it. It's high time we start baring our teeth. And if we're going to bite, then let's bite. But stop this nonsense.
Pick the cleanest part of their bodies, please. I know they don't shower very well, but that's why I don't try to bite them, because, look, I don't like the taste of skunk.
It's their eyeballs. That's the cleanest part. But the beauty about this, if Donald Trump does, and he will, deem them a domestic terrorist organization, is that now it comes down to the point, just like you see any terroristic talk online. Now, if you get these people online, these Antifa, trans-Tifa cucks, get them online talking their craziness, you can report them to the FBI. So they have to be very careful now, because now they're deemed domestic terrorists. They can't get on there with the little Antifa and all their stuff on, talking all this anti-fascist stuff, because it's going to get them arrested real fast. So keep your eye open and make a phone call. Okay.
And if you understand what it is that we did with what's his face, Eddie Brock.
Yeah.
Report it to your local authorities.
Mm-hmm. You see it or hear it or see a poster or anything, report it. Let's get these guys off the streets.
Yep.
Period, folks. Period.
Period. Alcatraz.
Period. Okay, that's the best song ever. Y'all should find that song, put it as a ringtone. Trust me, you'll thank me later. I mean, don't do it, because you know what, y'all gonna hate me for it. Don't. Yeah.
You're gonna do it?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get it for my ringtone, because I like the song. Period. Either way, we'll be back Monday. And you know what? Here's the best part. Monday, everybody will have a brand new setup come Monday. Not Monday. Sorry. Wednesday. Because I won't be
Wednesday
here.
Or Monday? Oh,
Wednesday.
Yeah, tell them my issue with mine. We had it.
Yeah, he got his parts, and then it showed up broken. So we had to return it. And so now they have to resend it out. And yeah. That's where we are, unfortunately. So we'll catch you guys on Wednesday for show. I mean, if they want to go Monday, they can. I'm not stopping you, but I won't be back in time for that.
I can't do Monday. So
yeah, perfect. So Wednesday we'll all be back with a brand new setup. Make sure y'all look out for us. And thank you again to the Johnsons for doing what they did. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate that family so much. Y'all are rock stars. even though Amazon butchered things. We thank you either way. Too Strong will be going live after this at 5:30. Well, my time, 8:30 Eastern tonight, to go over the live debate from last night. That was an absolute train wreck, but not because of me, not because of yours truly. And if you don't believe me, come watch the reaction, and you'll see that I'm not lying. Okay, I'm gonna go change my clothes now because I've been in this all day. And we'll see, guys.
Well,
So
like
Mr.
Antifa.
Yeah, like Antifa, exactly. Mr. Lee.
Like, share, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you Wednesday. Peace.
Peace.
Oh.